Hi angels, I hope you're all doing well today. So in today's video, we are doing a huge empties video. I've been saving up all the products that I used up over the last few months. We're going to go through them one by one and I'm going to tell you what I thought about them and whether or not I will repurchase them. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you keep on watching. First of all, I just want to say I hope you all are doing great. I feel like it's been a while since I filmed because most of the content you saw was pre-filmed. Now I've had a lot going on in my life recently. That's why I missed this week's Winners Wednesday, but we will be back next week with a brand new Winners Wednesday. If you don't know what that is, it's where I bring you shopping with me at my local Winners, sometimes Marshalls, HomeSense, and we find all the best deals on makeup, skincare, and more. If you are not already subscribed, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below. It is completely free and I'd love to have you as part of our YouTube family. Also give this video a big thumbs up if you love empties videos. It really does help my channel. And you can also hit the bell notification next to the subscribe button and YouTube will notify you every time I upload. Now, the most obvious change here is we are in a completely different location. I am sitting in a hotel room. This is not my condo. And the reason for that is, it's really a long story, but basically we're getting all brand new flooring in our condo, which is fantastic. Now, the story as to why we're getting brand new floors is a long one, and I will not bore you with our tale of woe. But the exciting thing is we're getting brand new flooring, and I am here with the dogs. That is dogs, plural. Until they're finished the floor. Another huge change that has happened recently, for those who've been following me for a long time, you may or may not remember Ralphie, who is my mom's dog. And unfortunately, I lost my mom in November, and Ralphie is now here living with me, and I'm so happy that he's here with me. So now I have Peanut and Ralphie. My heart is just so full, and honestly, I feel like I have a bit of my mom back through Ralph. I can't talk about it for too long because I will cry. But Ralphie's over there. You may see them walking in the background, but I do have both the dogs now. If you want to see all their daily adventures, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I do a ton of fun content over there, and you can also see the dogs. So now that I've gone ahead and updated you on what's happening in my life recently, I just want to say I hope everything's going really well for you and you're having an amazing summer and you're having a great month of July. I have been saving up my empties. For the last few months, I have a huge bag full here. I keep all my trash so that we can go through every single product and I can give you a really good thorough review of each of the products because for the most part, I've used up every last drop. So I do have a really good idea of how the product works for me, if it did work, if it didn't, and whether or not I will be repurchasing. We have a ton of products to get through. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, as always, all of these products will be linked down below if you want to purchase them for yourself to try. They will be affiliate links, so I make a small commission, but if you do shop through those links, I really do appreciate it. It helps me keep my channel going. So the first thing we have here is this Quo Sweet Almond Foam Bath. Now, this is really affordable, but I would just go ahead and buy a Lush Bubble Bar instead of this. I find for this, you need so much to get any amount of bubbles, and the bubbles really don't last in the tub. I used about probably a quarter with each bath, and I didn't get that many bubbles. If I'm having a bubble bath, I want a lot of bubbles. Not enough bubbles where you can't breathe properly, but I want a decent amount of bubbles so you can really get that luxury bubble bath experience. I didn't really find this did that. Now, if you want something with just a little bit of bubbles and you just want to add something extra to your bath and you want something affordable, this may be a good option. But for me, I would just stick with a Lush Bubble Bar that you can use many times. Another bath product, so for those who don't know, I absolutely love baths. I take them all the time. And these are my favorite bath salts. So these are the Dr. Teal's Epsom salts, and they come in a ton of different scents. Actually, my favorite scent is the coconut oil one, but this one is eucalyptus and spearmint, and this one's really good as well. You can find these on Amazon. You can also find them at Shoppers Drug Mart and at Walmart. So I will leave the link for my Amazon storefront down below, and you can find all my favorite scents on there. I'm trying to stick with the bath category right now. So these are more bath salts. This is Royal Rose CBD infused bath salts. This is by Hydrated Leaf. These have bits of rose petals in them. So if you like to have kind of dried florals in your bath to give you that extra little something something, I love CBD bath products. It makes for an even more relaxing bath and experience. It's just such a nice treat for yourself, especially after a long day. They do have these in a bunch of different scents and styles, and this one is Royal Rose, and of course I used it all. I've gone through so many of these. They have one called Tranquil Touch, which is my absolute favorite. And last but not least, they are a Canadian brand, which we love to support. I will leave their website linked down below. Do we have any other bath products? Yes, we do. I do have a few more bath products here to talk about. The last bath salts I'm going to talk about is the Deluxe Magic Soap. This is scented in ginger peach tea. These are amazing CBD bath salts as well, and these actually have 300 milligrams of CBD in this bottle. You do not need to use the whole bottle. You can just use maybe a third. It says here half a cup. Of course, when you're taking a CBD bath, make sure you stay in the bath for at least 30 minutes so you can soak up the full effects of the CBD. Again, these smell amazing. I love them. I've gone through so many bottles of these. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know Deluxe is one of my absolute favorite CBD brands, and they are Canadian. While we're talking about Deluxe, I also have a whipped soap scrub from them. This is in pink watermelon. You guys have definitely seen this before. If you love the smell of watermelon or pink watermelon candies, you need to try this. This is what the texture looks like here. And the other thing about this scrub is it's actually a body wash and body scrub in one. So when you actually start to lather this on and scrub it into your skin, it starts to lather up like a body wash. So this will actually cleanse your skin and exfoliate at the same time. And if you are looking to pick up something from Deluxe, you can use code JSApproved for 10% off your order. I will leave all my codes down below with the links. Now, another scrub I have here, this is Hot Apple Pie. This is from Bath Candy, and I have done some photography work for them. They make really amazing bath products, bath bombs, bubble bars, and I love apple scents. Let me know in the comments, what are your absolute favorite scents? Could be for bath products, could be for anything, but I love an apple scent, and this one really lasted on the skin. So even after I got out of the bath, I could still smell the apple. I just absolutely love this one, and I will leave her site, of course, linked down below. Also a Canadian brand. We love supporting local Canadian brands. Now, I just have one self-tanner here. This is, I believe, my third bottle of this, and this is the Isle of Paradise Dark Self-Tanning Water. It actually matches me today and matches my eyeshadow. This comes in light, medium, dark. You can find this on Sephora. If you're someone who's new to self-tanning and you're a little bit nervous about it, I would highly recommend getting this one. I do not get any streaks with this one. You also do not have to rinse it off. I like to put it on at night, let it dry a little bit, go to sleep. You wake up in the morning with a beautiful tan. Absolutely love this. They have self-tanning drops as well, which you can mix into a moisturizer. Now, while we are talking about purple, I just wanna let you know I'm wearing the new Buxom and eyeshadow palette. It's absolutely gorgeous. I did a masterclass with Buxom this morning, and it inspired me to do kind of a purple eye look. The palette is gorgeous. So far, so good. I will be doing a PR haul soon, so you will see everything that Buxom sent over, but they were so kind to send me their new palette. I will leave it linked down below, as it is what I'm wearing today. So I do have two mascaras here that I used up or somewhat used up before they became too dry. I also do not like to use my mascaras for more than, I wanna say, 5 to 6 weeks, because they will build up bacteria. So this is the Sephora Size Up Mascara. If you saw my testing a full face of Sephora collection video that I did a few months back, I really did not like this mascara. It's pretty clumpy and it just really didn't do much for my lashes, but I did try to use it up. Mascara that I used up that I absolutely love is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean. Now, if you remember a couple years ago, they had a bunch of mascaras, Lash Blast mascaras in purple, orange, green tubes. They did a bunch of different varieties of this Lash Blast, but they haven't done one for a while. So when they came out with this clean version, I had to try it. I also love the color of the packaging. I love this mascara. It is a fantastic mascara from the drugstore. I also love a rubber wand, so this works perfectly for me. Let me know in the comments if you have tried this mascara and what you thought of it. I lied, I have one more mascara. So this is the Total Temptation in Deep Cocoa from Maybelline. I got this because I wanted to try using brown mascaras instead of black. I didn't really like the formula on this one. It wasn't anything special, but I do want to keep trying brown mascaras. I know a lot of people really like to use them instead of black. It has a natural bristle wand here. There wasn't a problem with the wand, I just found it really didn't do much for my lashes. This is a box of lashes. Of course, the lashes are gone. These are the Drama Queen lashes from e.l.f. So you can reuse these lashes, and I did reuse them quite a few times, but then eventually they just kind of get worn out. So I did throw them out, but I did want to keep the box so I could quickly mention them in today's video. These lashes are absolutely gorgeous. If you watch Juicy Jazz here on YouTube, she always raves about these Drama Queen Faux Mink Lashes, and for $5, you cannot go wrong with these. They are fantastic. They're a really beautiful wispy lash, and you can wear them during the day, during the night. They're fantastic. Of course, we'll leave them linked down below. Their box from a set of lashes that I loved. These are from Luxe Beauty Bar, and they are a Canadian lash brand. These were in the style Macy. I wore them for one of my videos, I believe my PR video a while back, so you would have seen them on my channel. You also would have seen them on my Instagram page. We love supporting Canadian businesses, and they make really beautiful lashes, and they have jewelry and scrunchies as well. Now for body lotions, I do have this Deluxe Hemp Body Lotion in Key Lime Pie that I used up. This stuff smells absolutely amazing. And for the summer, this is fantastic. It's good all year round, but if you want something in the summer that will soothe skin, maybe after you had a little too much sun or you spent a lot of time outside, this has aloe in it, so this will really soothe your skin. If I have any sort of irritation on my skin, I just put this on and it helps it right away. I love this stuff. It also smells like key lime pie. You really just can't go wrong, and I emptied up this bottle. There's a tiny little bit in the bottom. There are certain products that I try to get every last drop out of, and that is one of them. So this is another body lotion or body butter that I tried, and I just used this oil. So I just used this foil packet that I got as a sample from Sephora, and I think I had about 2 uses out of this one, so you did get quite a bit of product. Now, this one I really did not like. I do not like the way it felt on my skin. It left my skin feeling very, very greasy. I'm somewhat picky, actually pretty picky, when it comes to body lotions and body butters. I like ones that absorb into the skin fairly quickly and do not leave me feeling greasy. This just wasn't for me. It was not my favorite. There are so many other body butters and body lotions that I love way more than this, and I'm pretty sure this is fairly pricey, so I will be passing on this one. I usually feature at least 1 bottle of the Sleepy sleep capsules in my Empties videos. If you're new here, they are also my social media client, just full transparency, but I absolutely love their product. These are fantastic for helping you get on a better sleep cycle. I definitely go through periods of time where my sleep cycle gets really disrupted and it's hard to get it back on track. And I find these do such a great job. You take these about an hour before bed. They are all natural, so they contain melatonin, CBD, chamomile, vitamin B6, and valerian root. So all natural ingredients. They're also gluten-free and cruelty-free. They're just a really great product to have, especially if you do find yourself having trouble sleeping. These help you fall asleep and also stay asleep longer. Now for hair care products, I have 2 purple items to talk about. I'm doing a lot of purple today, but since I do have blonde color treated hair, I do like to use purple shampoos, purple conditioners, purple masks at least once every 2 weeks usually. Now this one from Drybar, I just had a little tiny sample of this one. This is the Blonde Ale Brightening Mask. This was okay. I don't think it's anything to really write home about. It's okay. I didn't find it made a huge difference in my hair and didn't find it really toned down the brassiness that much. Now, my absolute favorite purple mask, which I've definitely mentioned on my channel before, but I'm gonna mention it again because it is that good. If there is one purple product I recommend, it's this one. So you can find this on Amazon. This is the Blonde Unique Purple Hair Mask. Now, this one, it says you can leave it on for a maximum of 5 minutes. Now, when you're first using it, you may want to just leave it on for 2 to 3 minutes. This is very, very powerful, and you want to make sure that your hair doesn't go too cool tone depending on what you're looking for. So I do have this. It also makes a real mess because it is so pigmented. I think that's why it works so well, but it's worth it. It's totally worth it. I have about 1 use left in here, and I'll probably use this tomorrow, but I wanted to include it in this Empties video because I'm almost done, and I just wanted to talk about this some more because it is so good. If you have blonde hair, you need to try this. It is absolutely fantastic. I think it's about $30 on Amazon, so it's not too pricey, and this will also last you a really long time because you don't need a lot of it. This is gonna be a long video. I may have saved too many Empties. Sometimes I let it go on too long and then we have a long video. But hopefully you are enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Okay, the last category we are going to talk about is skincare. I have a ton of skincare I went through and I'm going to tell you how I feel about each one. So the first one is the Fulvic Acid Brightening Cleanser from the Inky List. I love the Inky List. They are such an amazing, affordable skincare brand. I have loved all their products I've tried from them. Their Oat Cleansing Balm is one of the best cleansing balms I've ever used, and it's about $13.99. I think this one is the same, $13.99 Canadian. You can find this at Sephora. It's just fantastic. Now, I use this mainly in the morning, and it's just such a great gentle cleanser. It's not going to irritate your skin. It would probably be good for sensitive skin as well. Don't quote me on it, do your research first. But I found this very gentle on your skin, and I love this as a morning cleanser. You also get a ton of product for $13.99. Next, I have this 2% BHA exfoliant from Paula's Choice. People absolutely rave about this. This is like one of the probably most talked about skincare products of all time. And I really did like this, and I did see a big difference in the appearance of my pores and how even my skin looked. Now, the only thing with this is not easy to get in Canada. So I actually had to order this from Cult Beauty. We cannot find this easily in Canada. If you know a better way of getting this in Canada, please let me know in the comments down below because I would like to repurchase this one. Another skincare product that I almost used up and then just gave up on, this is the Yuzu Vitamin C Sleep Mask from Saturday Skin. This may sound a little bit crazy and a little bit extra. Now, this may sound a little bit weird, but my main problem with this is the texture. Sometimes I have a weird thing about textures, and this one looks like it has chunks of orange in it, kind of like orange juice. And I wanted to leave a bit just to show you here. I did use up most of it, but it got to the point where I just did not want to use it anymore. I didn't love the way this felt on my skin. I like a thicker cream at night. I didn't find this really did anything for my skin, and I did not like the texture. So all around, this is a no for me. I did get this in my BoxyCharm, so I didn't pay full price for it. So it's okay, at least I got to try it. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this or any of these products and what you thought of them. Next, we have another product from the Inky List. This is their hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid works really well for my dry skin, and even though this bottle looks tiny, this will actually last you a really long time because you just need a tiny bit to cover your face. If you have dry skin, I highly, highly recommend this from the Inky List, and it is so affordable. And I already have repurchased this, and they sent me one as well, so I'm totally stocked up on this one. Next, we have another skincare product that I was kindly sent in PR. This is from Antipodes. They are a New Zealand-based skincare brand, and all their skincare is natural, and most of it is vegan. But they really focus on using natural ingredients. So this is their Divine Face Oil with rosehip and avocado oil. I absolutely love this face oil. This is an amazing face oil. I loved using this at night and also during the day if my face was feeling really parched or after I took my makeup off. Usually I take my makeup off before I'm going to sleep. I don't leave it on all day. I'll do filming, I'll make some content, then I'll take my makeup off. And I love following it up with a face oil to really add that hydration back into my skin. I would absolutely, definitely 100% buy this again. It also feels very luxurious on the skin. I just really like this. Another affordable brand here, this is The Ordinary. This is their I think it's called Ergoline. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ergoline Solution 10%. So this targets the appearance of dynamic facial lines, and this really works. I actually purchased this because I saw Kelly Gooch here on YouTube say that this is supposed to be like Botox in a jar, and she said it worked really well for her. I see a huge difference in my skin when I use this, and it's hard to believe because it's only, I think, about $10 or $11. But I have already repurchased this and I'm using my new one. We are down to the last few products. If you lasted this long, I love you. Thank you. So this is the Aaliyah, I think it's Aaliyah Skin. This is the Aaliyah Skin Pomegranate Exfoliating Facial Scrub. Now I found this really too abrasive for my face, and I like somewhat of a physical exfoliant. I have some I really like the pineapple exfoliating powder from Good Molecules, but I found this one just way too abrasive on my face, so I actually use this as a foot scrub. That's a great little hack. If you have a scrub that doesn't work for your face, use it for your feet. This was great as a foot scrub, but too abrasive for my face. Next, we have this Boscia Prebiotic Probiotic Freshening All Over Body Deodorant. This is a fairly new product, I believe, to Boscia. I only use this under my arms. I don't really need to use deodorant anywhere else on my body, but you totally could. This did not irritate my underarms at all, and I have very sensitive armpits, let me tell you. Some natural deodorants, a lot of them actually, give me rashes, makes it really itchy and irritated under my underarms. This one did not do that at all. The only thing is it comes in a squeeze tube, which I don't find is really that practical because you have to squeeze it out and then apply it. If you have clothes on, the product gets on your clothes. I don't really love that. I also felt like I couldn't really get all the product out. So I kind of wish this had different packaging, but the formula is fantastic. If you're looking for a natural deodorant, but you have sensitive armpits like me, try this one. And the last product I have to talk about is my absolute favorite facial sunscreen. And now that I'm not using this one, it makes me love it even more. I'm using other sunscreens in my collection just to use them up, and I really am missing this one. This is probably the best facial sunscreen I've ever tried. This is the Biore UV Watery Essence SPF 50. You can find this on Amazon. It is super affordable. I think it's about $16 or $17 on Amazon. I'll see if I can get a little bit out just to show you the texture. Oh, I can, great. So it has a gel-like texture, and this blends away to nothing. It really feels like water on the skin. It plays well under makeup. It plays well with other skincare. Does not give you any white cast. It's just completely clear. It doesn't have much of a scent to it at all. It certainly doesn't have a sunscreen scent, so I love that sunscreen. I'm definitely going to be buying more as soon as I use up some of the sunscreens in my collection. Whew, I'm tired. Okay, my loves, so that is the end of this huge empties video. It was actually much longer than I thought it was going to be, but I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these products and what you thought of them. Also, make sure to let me know what products you have used up recently and whether or not you will be repurchasing them. As always, thank you all so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.